Chapter 27. Morning light spilled through the tall treetops like shards of gold, casting elongated shadows on the forest floor. The leaves rustled gently in the crisp morning air, bringing with them the earthy scents of moss and pine. Two figures glided effortlessly between the trees. Lyra was ahead, her bow ready and her movements light as if she were dancing on the ground itself. She was tall and slender, her blonde hair styled with several ribbons, giving her a striking mohawk look. Her brown robes were adorned with bits of moss clinging to the fabric. Following closely was Thalen, broader-shouldered, with a quiver already half empty from their morning hunt. His complexion was darker, a contrast to Lyra's.
"You're off in your own world again,"
Thalen murmured. Lyra shot him a teasing smile without looking back.
I'm focusing.
"To what exactly?"
The forest.
She replied.
It feels uneasy.
Thalen let out a soft laugh.
"More like you're overly tense. Relax a little. We are not that desperate for a meal."
They came to a stop at the edge of a small clearing, noticing fresh tracks on the ground that looked like heavy and slow-moving boar tracks. Thalen knelt down, running his fingers over a broken branch.
"It came through here at dawn."
Good.
Lyra said quietly.
I'm really hungry, and I'm about ready for a break.
They began to move again, cautiously and quietly. After a moment, Thalen asked,
"Did you hear about Thesian?"
Lyra's steps hesitated for just a heartbeat.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about it.
All those portals opening up and taking people away. The hero and the cursed prince going missing is all anyone can discuss.
She nodded.
Nicholas is a legend. He represents the peak of elven greatness. Without him, I can see why Thesian is on edge. The capital feels vulnerable now.
She paused, shaking her head.
And Prince Dante?
Her lips tightened.
He's basically a walking disaster. If he's been sent through a portal to another kingdom and is being held captive, it's a recipe for catastrophe.
They continued in silence, the weight of their unspoken thoughts hanging heavily between them.
"If Thesian goes to war with the beast folk,"
Thalen said,
"we'll have to make a choice."
Lyra sighed.
Or our choice might be made for us.
Ahead in the forest, they could see a boar rooting around near a fallen log, large and completely unaware.
"And the dwarves are siding with the beast folk,"
Thalen added.
"This has the potential to get really big and out of control."
Lyra raised her bow.
"Then the world will bleed with countless deaths on both sides."
In unison they released their arrows. The boar collapsed, its breath escaping in a final, shuddering sigh. Lyra lowered her bow slowly.
We need to get ready.
Thalen nodded.
"For a possible brutal war."
Thalen stepped toward the boar and pulled his knife from its sheath. He didn't start skinning the animal immediately. Instead, he stared at the horizon through the gaps in the trees.
"The cellar's already packed,"
Thalen said, his voice now a bit hushed.
"I spent the last 3 days reinforcing the doors. If the war comes our way, we should be able to hold out and stay put. We've got well water and enough salted meat to last at least a year. Maybe 2 if we really try to stretch it."
Lyra wiped a bit of dirt off her cheek without looking at him.
A year isn't going to cut it, not to mention 2. This isn't just a simple dispute at the border. It's shaping up to be a fight for complete dominance.
Thalen looked at her, a puzzled expression crossing his face.
"What are you getting at? It's not that big of a deal."
You really don't see it, do you? History tends to repeat itself, and when it comes to humans, greed is pretty much instinctual, and it's not just the humans. Dwarves can be just as greedy. They're always looking for an edge. What really matters now is who can win the orcs over. To me, this is just an excuse for expansion. I refuse to get caught up in this brewing storm. I'm leaving, Thalen. I'm heading past the woods and mountains before the roads are packed with snow or soldiers. If I can reach orc territory and persuade them to stay out of this conflict, we could minimize the damage, or maybe even stop the war altogether.
Thalen let out a dry chuckle.
You honestly believe you can avoid this, let alone stop it? That's a fantasy. You're just one person. Trust me, if I didn't have my family, I would join you without a second thought. But I can't risk leaving them or dragging them into this potential disaster. My cousin wrote to me from the Western trade route just a few days ago. They caught 3 spies in the village square. One was a merchant from the Beastfolk territories, and the other 2 were from the Dwarven guilds. Word is they're still being brutally tortured for information to this day.
He took a step closer, glancing around to make sure they were alone.
Things are deteriorating faster than the rumors can keep up with. There's no real escape anymore. Every kingdom is gearing up for the worst, and you know how cornered animals behave. They lash out at anything. If you try to cross the border now, they'll shoot you down before you even have a chance to introduce yourself.
Lyra tightened her grip on her bow.
I'd rather die trying to run than sit in a hole waiting for the roof to cave in on me.
Thalen's expression softened as the seriousness faded, replaced by a weary concern.
You don't have to run, and you don't have to be alone.
He paused, clearing his throat.
Stay with us. Mira's already set up the spare cot in the back room. The boys keep asking when Auntie Lyra is coming back to teach them how to make arrows. We have sturdy walls. We have each other. Your family, Lyra. Just stay.
Lyra looked at him and saw the genuine worry in his eyes. She thought about his 2 sons and the warmth of their home. For a brief moment, the idea of safety felt like a comforting weight. Then she shook her head slowly.
You have a beautiful life, Thalen,
she said softly.
but your walls are just a different kind of cage. I can't sit and listen to the boots of an army marching overhead. I need the open sky, even if it's burning.
She reached out and squeezed his shoulder.
Thank Mira for me. Tell the boys I'll bring them something from the other side of the mountains.
Thalen looked at the ground. He knew her well enough to know the conversation was over.
I'll tell them you're trying to do what you think is right, that they will see you soon enough.
I appreciate that. I don't want them thinking I don't care about them anymore.
Lyra replied.
Well, I hope you pick up some pretty good souvenirs then. I expect a good gift too.
Thalen said while laughing. Lyra joined in the laughter as she helped field dress and wrap the boar in rope. As they started their journey home, a subtle crackling sound filled the air near the tree where they had just been standing. It was as if the very space was bending, and a small, wavering portal opened up, just wide enough for a hand to fit through. A blend of vibrant colors, sounds, and a peculiar sense of pressure radiated from the portal, and soon after, the crack opened a bit more.